Today we are going to discuss about subject and predicate. Do you already know about subject and predicate? If you would want to understand about these, please have a look at the following sentence. Alia completed her project. Completed is written in a different color. So why is it written like that? It's a verb. And what is a verb? Verb in a sentence is an action word. Okay, so she completed her project. Who completed her project? It's Alia who completed her project. So in this case, Alia becomes the subject. She is the doer of an action. Where's the verb? Completed is the verb. So where's the predicate? Completed her project becomes the predicate because this contains the verb. If you can identify the subject in a sentence, you have almost done half of the job in the sense that the predicate will automatically be separated. Okay, let's have a look at these examples. Ahmed gets up early in the morning. Who gets up early in the morning? It's Ahmed who gets up early in the morning. So Ahmed is the doer of an action and gets up early in the morning becomes the predicate. Alia completed her project. Alia is the subject and completed her project becomes the predicate. Samia wrote a letter to her daughter. Who wrote a letter to her daughter? Samia. It's Samia who wrote a letter to her daughter. So wrote a letter to her daughter becomes the predicate and Samia, you already know, that is the subject. Amjad in the next sentence is the subject. Ran faster than Ali becomes predicate. Let's look at these sentences more closely. Samia wrote a letter to her daughter. So Samia is the subject. Wrote is the verb. This is simple past tense. A letter. Letter is the object to her daughter. Daughter also becomes another object. So there can be more than one object in a sentence. Okay, there is only one main verb, that is wrote. So we can conclude by saying that Samia is the subject in this sentence. Wrote is verb. This is simple past. A letter is object. Daughter is also an object. To is preposition. Her is a pronoun. But whatever the case is, if you just separate Samia from the rest of the sentence, Samia is subject and the rest of the sentence becomes the predicate. If you look at the other sentence, Ahmed gets up early in the morning. Gets up becomes the verb. Ahmed is the person who gets up early in the morning. Okay, early in the morning is adverb phrase. There is no object in this sentence, but still this whole starting from gets up and then early in the morning, that whole part of the sentence becomes the predicate. Now the question is the subject always at the beginning of the sentence? No, it's not necessary. So what could be other options? A subject can be placed in the beginning or at the end of a sentence as well. So let's look at another example. Here comes Mr. Johnson. So where's the subject in the sentence? Mr. Johnson is the subject, whereas here comes becomes the predicate. Mr. Johnson is just an example, by the way. You can write any other name. So how will you define the subject? Subject is something or someone about which or about whom an information is given in a sentence. So here in this case, you can notice that the subject can be an answer of the question what or who. We'll discuss more about it in the coming part of the video. So let's define the predicate. Predicate is the information which is given about the subject or it's an action which the subject does or performs. So, does that mean that we can relate the predicate to the verb or the action that is performed? Well, yes, but it also gives us information about the subject. Here, let's have a partial recap of the lesson. So, predicate is related to the verb or what the subject has done, means it's related to the action. On the other hand, if you look at the subject, it can be the answer of the question who or what. How is subject the answer of what? Well, what can be used for a place, for a thing, for an animal. So, the example goes like, the cat drank all the milk. The cat is the doer of an action. So we use the word what or it for the cat or for an animal. This is the subject over here. And drank all the milk becomes the predicate because this is the information that is given about the cat, or this is the action that is performed by the cat. Let's have a final recap of the lesson. Subject is the doer of an action. It's something or someone about which or whom an information is given. Predicate contains the action or information related to the subject. I hope you have understood this lesson very well. If it is like that, please share this video with one of your friends, like this video, and also subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Take care.